People are laughing at Arsenal. A lot of people are actually saying that Arsenal won't do this, Arsenal won't do that. But Arsenal have different opinion. Of course, in the market, Arsenal Football Club are actually targeting numerous targets with Gyökeres, Rodrygo, Eze. Plus, they got Nuni Madueke done, they got Zubimendi done, they got Mosquera done, they got Kepa done as a backup goalkeeper. We'll talk all about it. We'll give you the updates about it. Of course, everyone is saying Isak to Liverpool. But Arsenal, we need to remember that Arsenal were a very good team for 2 years finishing above Liverpool. I'm not saying that Arsenal would be favorites, but what do Eze, Gyökeres, and Rodrygo, if the three join Arsenal, what will they do and how Arsenal will look? We'll talk about it, of course. But before, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, of course, if you are new, and let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Of course, it is reported, and let's start by this, that Victor Gyokeres is set to have his medical on Friday in 2 days. Of course, the deal has been agreed. The agent now, Arsenal are agreeing a little bit of a fee with him after he gave up on his fee, of course, from Sporting Lisbon, 63 million euros plus 10 million pounds add-on to end up being about 65 to 70 million pounds. What a deal for Arsenal. The guy that scored 94 goals in the last 2 seasons for Sporting Lisbon, leading Europe in all the goals. How many goals will he score for Arsenal? That is the question that everyone keeps asking. The Sporting president, of course, wanted to play hardball, and I'm not going to let him go for less than this and less than that. And Arsenal distanced themselves, and they actually, at the end, they're going to get their player. He's going to be an Arsenal number 9 next season. There are some Arsenal fans that are saying, why don't we go for Isak? Maybe Arsenal have a bigger picture, have a bigger plan in their mind with Berta, trying to sign multiple players instead of putting all their eggs in Isak basket. I'm just saying that Isak would be amazing for Arsenal. He would absolutely elevate the squad, as he may be distant to go to Liverpool and may be distant to stay at Newcastle. But Arsenal need to move, and they are moving for Victor Gyökeres and Rodrygo. 54 goals in 52 games last season for Victor Gyökeres is not something that you can just scrape by. This is a guy that is serious. This is a guy also that I wanted to say that actually pushed very hard to actually join Arsenal. That means the guy is going to give everything to Arsenal Football Club. That is what we want to see. We want to see a competitive league. I want to see Arsenal, Liverpool, City going for it. Also, I'm including Chelsea there after the Club World Cup win. But listen, Victor Gyökeres can be done within 2 days. And now Arsenal are going to move in for the next target, which is Eze. The guy that I just watched the video yesterday when Eze were talking about how he was crushed when he was let go by Arsenal when he was 14 or 13, something like this, and his dream is to play for Arsenal. I know that there are some people that say that Bayern Munich are in. There are news yesterday that say that Chelsea are about to enter the competition to sign Eze. But I'm telling you, if Arsenal go in for him, his dream is to play for the club. He spoke about that. He just wants to join the club. He wants to wear the badge. He wants to play at the Emirates. And he's not caring about the minutes, even though I believe that Eze will force himself into the starting 11 of Arsenal. I genuinely believe that this guy's talent is amazing. He is phenomenal. As a 10, he can be fantastic. As a midfielder, he can be good. As a winger, he's not the best winger in the world, but I believe he can play a big, big role. He's better than Martinelli and Trossard on the wing. And if Arsenal are to get Eze, I genuinely believe that will provide competition for Martin Odegaard. And Martin Odegaard will have to up his game if he wants to keep his position in the team. I know that he's the captain. I know that everyone likes him at Arsenal. I know that Arteta likes him at Arsenal. But in the same time, I genuinely believe that he will force himself into the Arsenal team. Mikel Arteta is stubborn a little bit about his starters, but with a talent like this, I genuinely believe that Arsenal will have a massive and a great competition in that midfield. And also on the wing, of course, Liverpool, of course, are talking about Isak and Rodrygo, and there are Ikitiki as well. But Arsenal are doing their own business. And Liverpool, will talk about Liverpool in other videos. But Liverpool are targeting top players. And Arsenal also are targeting the top players, because I believe that Eze is as talented as he gets. And a lot of people say, well, but he did it for Crystal Palace. You got to look at Olise when he was a great star at Crystal Palace, and when he went to Bayern, he absolutely destroyed it. He was phenomenal last season at Bayern. When they played Inter, Olise was amazing. And I believe that Eze will provide a kind of a similar impact to Arsenal. And I believe that the club needs someone like Eze with physicality, that he's so hard to get off the ball, and also his striking it to the ball is so clean. His passing is crisp. His driving with the ball is elite. And I believe that this guy would be a fantastic and a great addition. Now going into the tough target, which is Rodrygo. There are reports that are saying that Rodrygo is closer to Liverpool because they have the Diaz. They want to sell Diaz and get Rodrygo. But Liverpool have rejected bids from Barcelona and Bayern Munich. I believe that Liverpool are waiting for Rodrygo to be in the market so they can move Diaz and maybe get Rodrygo. But it is reported by Sami Mukbil that Arsenal have been told that Rodrygo would give a move serious consideration. That means he prefers Arsenal. There is the hand of Arsenal that I think is a very reliable source. He's an ITK. He said that Rodrygo prefers Arsenal. He prefers the Premier League move and he prefers Arsenal over any other club. Probably Arsenal did the groundwork and probably Arsenal will make a move for him once he is on the market. It is reported that Arsenal are willing to spend £300 million this window to back their manager, Mikel Arteta, who failed in the last 3 seasons to win the Premier League, but they want to back him to the point that there is no room for error. There is no margin for error next season. There are no guarantees in the world for you to win the Premier League. There are no guarantees, but in the same time, you got to look at this, and if they are building a team with the Rodrygo, Eze, and Gyökeres up top, with Saka as well, that is a team that is as competitive, in my opinion, as you can get. Like, there is no other team in the Premier League that will have that much talent, unless Liverpool get Isak, Vert, Salah. Are they better? I want you guys to let me know in the comment section, who do you think is going to land Rodrygo? And what happens if Rodrygo joins Arsenal along with Gyökeres? Does that make Arsenal favorites to win the Premier League? Let me know in the comments and make sure to hit the like button. There is the interest. Of course, there are others saying that Real Madrid, if they tell Rodrygo to leave the club, he will only accept as long as he chooses the club he goes to. That is a key factor here because he doesn't want Rodrygo a bidding war. He wants to choose the club, Real Madrid to accept the bid if it's acceptable. That means if Arsenal and Liverpool have a bidding war, Rodrygo is the one to get to choose which club he plays for. Is that an indication that he wants a certain club in particular? Is that an indication, as it is reported, that he prefers Arsenal and he doesn't want Real Madrid to decide his future based on the money? That is what we're going to see because they are set to have a meeting soon, of course, with Rodrygo, Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso, who doesn't look like he favors Rodrygo to join the club, to actually play in the starting 11 or even at the bench. In the Club World Cup, we saw the minuted limits that Rodrygo got. Arsenal need to move quickly for Rodrygo because I believe the interest from Liverpool is genuine. And I believe that Liverpool will push for Rodrygo. And I'm not here saying that Liverpool cannot actually convince Rodrygo to join their club. But in the same time, if Arsenal did the groundwork and they are agreed to pay some wages, there are no reports that are saying that personal terms have been agreed. But there are reports that saying that Arsenal are willing to actually give Rodrygo big wages to be one of the highest paid players at the club. And he deserves it. He's coming from Real Madrid. He won the league title with Real Madrid. He won the Champions League with Real Madrid. He actually played a massive role in that Real Madrid win of the Champions League when he scored 2 goals against Manchester City. So he deserves a big wage. He's coming with experience. He's a Brazilian international. There are people that saying that he might go because of Gabriel Jesus and the Brazilian connection. And Liverpool don't have Brazilian at their team and all the stuff that is happening. Of course, with Arsenal and the Brazilians and how good they have been with Brazilians. Is he going to join Chelsea if Chelsea go in? I don't think so, to be honest, because I think his heart is set on Arsenal or Liverpool as it is reported. And I'm not sure if Chelsea even is going to go for a winger like this. We'll actually have to wait and see. But at the end, having a window with the likes of Eze, Gyökeres, Madueke, Zubimendi, Kepa, Norgard, who I forgot about, and Mosquera, that is a great window. Are some Arsenal fans going to actually complain and say, but we should have gotten Rodrygo on top of that? I don't know the finances of Arsenal, but is it possible that Arsenal can get both Rodrygo and Eze? As it is reported by a lot of journalists, Arsenal have Eze as their target, but is separate from the winger. Is that winger Madueke, or the Madueke deal was separate from the Eze and the Rodrygo deal? I think we'll have to wait and see what happens. But hit that like button, guys, and subscribe to the channel, of course, if you're new. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Who's going to be favorites next season and who can actually land Rodrygo from Liverpool and Arsenal? You let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I want to thank everyone for subscribing. Hit that like button on your way out, and I'll see you guys later.